मेरा नाम आदर्श कारंडे है। आज मैं आपको शॉर्टेस्ट जॉब फर्स्ट एंड शॉर्टेस्ट रिमेनिंग टाइम नेक्स्ट कंसेप्ट सिखाने वाला हूँ। फर्स्ट वी विल गो थ्रू द शॉर्टेस्ट जॉब फर्स्ट, जो नॉन प्रीएम्प्टिव मोड में है। नॉन प्रीएम्प्टिव मोड मतलब क्या? इट इज़ अ मोड इन विच वी कांट ब्रेक और वी कांट डिस्कार्ड द प्रोसेस विच इज़ रनिंग। मीन्स अगर P1 प्रोसेस रन हो रहा होगा तो we can't break that process until it completes its execution. Okay. So यहाँ पे मैंने एक टेबल बनाया है, एक सिंपल एग्जांपल. दिस टेबल इज यूज्ड इन बोथ SJF and SRTN. So the first process is to create Gantt chart. Gantt chart का स्टार्टिंग 0 से ही होता है, we all know. Now 0 means arrival time. So here in this table the arrival time of 0, process P1 is arrived at 0 arrival time, means process 1 P1 is the first process. So P1 first, पर P1 कब तक execute होगा? As it is non-preemptive mode, means we can't break any process. So P1 will execute until its last burst time means 4. So 0 to 4 is P1 execution. So जब तक प्रोसेस P1 एग्जीक्यूट हो रहा है मीन्स 0 to 4, P2, P3 एंड P4 कम्स इन दिस टेबल. मीन्स जब तक 0 से 4 हो रहा है तब तक P2, P3 एंड P4 इज अराइव्ड. सो CPU विल कंपेयर बिटवीन P2, P3 एंड P4. ओके, नाउ हियर वी कैन सी दैट द बर्स्ट टाइम between P2, P3 and P4, P3 have less burst time. So CPU will consider P3 as next. So we will write P3 and its burst time is 1, means only 1, 4 to 5. Next CPU will compare between P2 and P4. As the burst time of P4 is less, so it will consider P4. Means P4 burst time is 2, means 5 plus 2, 7. And then the remaining is process P2. So it will take P2. Means 7 plus 3, 10. This completes our Gantt chart. Our second procedure is to calculate turnaround time and waiting time. So first we will calculate turnaround time. The formula for turnaround time is completion time of any process minus its arrival time. Okay, so we will write for first completion time. So for P1 the completion time is 4. P2 it's 10, P3 5 and P4 7 minus their arrival time. P1 is 0 minus P2 is 1, P3 is 2 and P4 is 3. So their turnaround time will be 4, 9, 3 and 4. Now the average turnaround time. Now we want to calculate average turnaround time. So it will be 4 plus 9 plus 3, 4 and divided by number of process 4. So it will be 20 divided by 4, that is 5 millisecond. We should mention milliseconds, that is unit, it is compulsory. Okay, now next is waiting time, that is formula for turnaround time minus burst time. Okay, so we will write first turnaround time, that is 4 for P1, P2 it is 9, P3 it is 3 and P4 is 4 minus the burst time, that is here burst time will be 4 minus 3, 1 and 2. So we will calculate, that is 0, 9 minus 3 is 6, 3 minus 2, 2 and 2. Okay, now we will calculate average waiting time, that is 4 plus 6 plus 2 plus 2 divided by number of process, that is 4. This will be 2.5 millisecond. Okay, so this is how we calculate our shortest job first. And second, now we will do the SRTN, that is primitive mode. In primitive mode, we can remove the process which is running when the another process arrive which has less burst time. Okay. In SRTN, shortest remaining time next, I have created the same table. Okay. So the first step is Gantt chart. So here at 0 position, 0 arrival time, process P1 arrive. So as usual, process P1. But as it is in preemptive mode, it will discard or it can remove process P1 if process P2 arrive which is having less burst time. Okay. So जब प्रोसेस P1 रन हो रहा था तभी P2 अराइव हुआ जिसका बर्स्ट टाइम लेस है. सो CPU विल कंसिडर P2 और P4 का 1 मिलीसेकेंड रन हुआ है तो इट विल बी 3 नाउ फॉर P2 व्हेन P2 इज एग्जीक्यूटिंग P3 इज अराइव और P3 का बर्स्ट टाइम 1 है. सो CPU will compare between P2 and P3. Since the burst time of P3 is less, it will consider P3. Forget the numbers. Numbers will be 0, then 1, 2 and 3. Okay. So जब P3 रन हो रहा था तभी P4 अराइव हुआ. P3 पूरा कंप्लीट हो गया है. मीन्स P3 कंप्लीट इट्स एग्जीक्यूशन. ओके. सो अभी CPU में सिर्फ प्रोसेस P1, P2 और P4 बाकी है. सो नाउ P4 इज अराइव्ड एंड P2 का भी 2 हो गया है, 1 उसका रन हो गया है. सो नाउ CPU विल कंपेयर बिटवीन P2 एंड P4. सिंस द बर्स्ट टाइम इज सेम, CPU विल कंसिडर देयर अराइवल टाइम. हु अराइव फर्स्ट? P2 सबसे पहले अराइव हुआ था कंपेयर टू P4. सो CPU विल कंसिडर P2 एंड इट्स 2 मीन्स इट कंप्लीट्स इट्स एग्जीक्यूशन मीन्स 3 + 2 5. नाउ it will consider P4 since burst time is less compared to P1. So 5 + 2 is 7 and then the remaining is P1. So P1 will 3 means 10. Okay. Now the another is we want to find average turnaround time and average waiting time. So for turnaround time again the formula same, completion time minus arrival time. So we will write again same. For P1 completion time is, see, most of the students take P1 completion time as 1, but it is wrong. It must take P1 completion time 10 because P1 ended here, not here. Okay. So completion time will be 10. For P2 it will be 5. P3 it will be 3. And for P4 it will be 7. Minus their arrival time again. Same arrival time 0, 1, 2, 3. So for P1 turnaround time is 10, 4, 1 and again 4. So average turnaround time same formula, 4 + 1 + 4 and number of process 4, which will be 19 divided by 4 equals to 4.75 ms. Unit is compulsory. Okay. Now waiting time, we have calculate all the turnaround time. So same turnaround time we will write here also. Turnaround time is 10, then 4, 1 and 4. And burst time is 4, then 3, 1 and 2. We will calculate 1, 0 and 2. So same formula for average also. 6 plus 1 plus 0 plus 2 divided by number of process, which will be 9 divided by 4 and 2.25 ms. Okay, so the things you should remain or you should understand in these both is that at which mode we should calculate all these sums. Means if in exam the only question is on SJF, so by default we can solve the whole sum on in non-preemptive mode. If it is mentioned that solve the SJF in preemptive mode, means it is actually the SRTN. Okay, and same for SRTN. If it is mentioned that it solve in non-preemptive mode, it is SJF. And if you have asked that solve only SRTN method, then it is in preemptive mode. Okay, hope you understand. Thank you.